Everything is pretty much a sequence of punishment and reward. It really is. That's pretty much life. It's pretty everything is the same. And everyone has kind of the same idea that you have to adopt some kind of discipline into this kind of sequence that's kind of never ending. And it's kind of crazy to think that that's all the human race is, really, because that's all that it's we're essentially like dogs, really. We really are. We're kind of the same. We're in the animal kingdom. We're in the same kind of set of responsibilities and reactions and imagination and kind of response to everything around us. So it's almost you know, it's pretty much like do a trick and get a treat, you know? Just trick or treat. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the same thing. It's just yeah, hey, he did a backflip. Ooh, give him a nice little treat, Give him a nice little treat. And so if you really think about it like that, you kind of sum it up like that cuz I sum up life in a lot of different ways. And it's kind of funny for me to do that. And people don't understand that if they're exposed to some of my literature, books I publish, or some videos or whatever. It's like I don't necessarily really try to make sense of anything that like I make sense of everything, but I also make a mess out of it, and then I try to sort it out and I try to organize it and then I run it back again and again. It's just pretty much a big mind game to me. Like, not that I'm playing mind games with people, but it's just a big kind of thought process frenzy, kind of throwing stuff back and forth, thinking whatever I want. And then you kind of bounce back and back and back and back and just playing like ping pong with stuff. Like almost like that's kind of your brain, thoughts bouncing back and forth. So it's like and it just goes faster and faster. Brain online, and then probably as you get older, it goes do 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 do, bup 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 bup. You know, breaking down that engine. Only so many miles on this brain. Some miles right there on my forehead. Do 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 do. Give me an oil change. You know, leak that oil right out of my stomach. Pissing oil over here. I'm pissing gold. So anyways, yeah, whenever you think of life like that, I think you can kind of like be less tired at that point, or be more tired, or like, you can kind of like come down to earth a little bit, like, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, okay, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is, you know? And think about people, they're really obsessed with the reward. Really. That's the sensational part of life, isn't it? Is all those rewards and benefits and perks you get from all of the things you do. Just like the beginning, being able to see, even having two eyes is such a reward, you know? But the punishment is someone's gonna rip them out of your skull one day. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to be so vulgar and graphic, but yeah, it's pretty crazy to think that life is just a series of punishment and reward because life is supposed to be more than that, right? No, I don't think like I think a lot of people don't like it when you sum things up a particular way and just almost turns them into a stereotype. That's why people don't like that. Like I don't like it if someone was just like okay, you could say you're a loser or you're just some guy. Or you talking about him like that guy? Like if someone was talking about me, they're like that guy on the internet who did this thing, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, that guy on the internet. Um, it's almost like stereotypical. So I guess the more you learn that you're just like a label, you're almost prejudged. You're pretty much just a stamp on your forehead. Like you know what I mean? To other people, once you learn what you are to other people, it reaches a certain point where it's like, well, that's just the way they see you. You can try to change it, but it's kind of funny because I think most people out there who are actually trying to achieve something in their life are trying to defy that. And I think that's what life is. But a lot of people don't want to. They don't really care that much. They would rather just like drink, drink some beers with their friends or whatever the hell. I don't know what it is you do. What the things you do, things people do to have fun or enjoy their time. But yeah, to really think of it like that is pretty nutty because I don't know, I feel like there should be some love there. And that's kind of the funny thing about me is I almost disintegrate the idea of most emotions because I almost feel like I just moved past a lot of different things that people would normally get caught up in. Like I'm supposed to be in some kind of emotional hellstorm or emotional kind of hurricane or this like I'm supposed to be in a sequence of emotional, you know, kind of connectedness to a particular thing, and it's just like, I don't know, like I don't want to be all weird and disconnect everything because I think I know my place because I kind of realize my place is I'm kind of just like, yeah, I'm an American and I believe in being a man, a male, and I believe in winning, I guess. Yeah, okay, well, we give that some, I believe in succeeding, believe in respect, believe in honor, but I don't know, everything's conflicts so much. I feel like if you're really gonna put yourself out there, you're gonna pretty much collide with stuff until you're gonna be an asshole. You gotta be an asshole or something, or like you gotta eventually you're gonna separate and you're gonna be in a particular class or something like I feel like I'm in probably the I don't know, like it's kind of weird because like I almost feel like hey, you should be in like the mainstream white guy sort of category. Like you should be in the mainstream white guy, white male. You do this thing, you're cool. I don't even know what you're supposed to do. Order barbecue and have a beer. Barbecue once a month in the summers. Have a beer on Saturday. Is that what I'm supposed? Is that mainstream white male? I don't know. I have no idea. So it's like, well, that's probably where I want to be, though. Just saying, I kind of want to be in that. That's kind of my reward, though. So I gotta figure out how I gotta be punished to be able to get that reward, which is basically fitting into where I want to fit in life. But I feel like you don't really try to do that. Like you don't really try to fit in with the mainstream kind of white male Americans. But I don't even know what that is. It's split down the middle, so it's like a pie, It's like a pizza. It's just cut so many different ways. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's cut so many. There's so many like little categories of human beings, genres of human beings, like the typical things that piss them off, the typical things they think about, the typical opinions, the typical things that they do, because everything becomes so typical. But I don't want my reward to be so typical. Because that's what it really is, isn't it? It's a reward, right? If you say this person's different, then that's the reward because they worked to be different in some way, right? Or they were just naturally different and then they worked pretty hard at it and then they were probably, very noticeable. The particular thing they did. I think I'd talk in a kind of generalized way that might come off as particularly insane to probably most people, and which probably makes me not I'm unlistenable. But, you know, it's just crazy to think that really anything that you can pretty much do that's as far as you being unique or achieving anything is just a reward. Aha, here's your reward. I think the reward is everything though, isn't it? Like if you think about the most reward that you could get, like you have a person like what would be your like a bunch of money, but then what do you do with the money? And what do you do here? Then what do you do that? And what are you gonna do with your time? And how are you gonna like what? Like what? Maximum reward, maximum punishment. I think I'm in a pretty good gray area though. I'm just living my own life, like right there. Just could be better, could be worse. But I'm okay though. I don't really think that I need someone to change my life. Like if I got in a relationship and the person would be like such a force, like I think I'm kind of an asshole in that way because I like to decredit people. Like I can do everything myself. I don't need someone helping me. Like I feel like some people want to be the person they want to help you kind of thing. They want to be a significant thing to you and I'm just like I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I can do it all alone. That's kind of the way it's always been for me. From a young age. I was so independent and achieved so much. Well, I'm out of here.